Hey, what's going on, everyone? Daniel from D7Cs. I am so excited because I'm doing an unboxing and a first impressions of this guy. This is the Hinderer 3.5 inch S45VN slicer grind non-flipper. This has literally been my dream build, and it's been a long time since I've actually had the opportunity to finally get one into my collection, because as you guys all know, Rick Hinderer does not make a lot of these non-flippers, and so when he drops them, they go out super fast. Man, I'm so excited for this guy. I've had several Hinderer knives in my collection. I've had several of the XM-18 3-inch. I have several Eclipses. I've had, I had several models, but they were all flippers. And the one thing that just didn't really jive with me was the flipper, and so I enjoyed it for a little bit, but I ended up trading it or selling it just because that flipper just wasn't my jam, so I really want to try non-flipper because I loved everything about Hinderer knives except for that little flipper situation. But anyway, before I get into a knife, just a quick, this is a standard fare. You got the sticker. You're gonna get the QC card. Thank you, Sereda, for hand assembling and tuning this knife. And then of course you got the tri-way pivot system. I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. Now, star of the show. Oh man, I am so excited. Okay. I think this is the first time actually handling a 3.5 inch XM-18, and let's just give it a flick. All right. Woo! Goodness me. Honestly, visually, I like the way the knife looks without that flipper going on. I feel like the lines flow a little bit better. It just makes the knife honestly look just so good. Let me see the knife that I have on hand. This is the Spartan Harsey folder. So even though XM-18, the 3.5 inch, is a big knife, the Spartan Harsey folder is a little bit bigger than this guy. But yeah, let's just take a closer look. This is a first impressions. Now this exact configuration was my dream kind of build. The reason being, I love their blue. I don't know, just the way the Hinderer blue just really pops. I really like it. I think pretty much all the Hinderer knives that I've had has been in this blue. So the Eclipse, the several XM-18s. So the blue is a big win for me. I know it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love it. And I really love that there is no anodization going on the lock side. It's just straight stonewash. I really like that. And then S45VN. Now something that what's this gentleman's name? Metal Complex, I believe he was. I know he's a big Hinderer fan, and when he made a point that I think it's a good point. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but I'm gonna just take his word for it. Is that S45VN is an optimal blade steel for the thickness of this blade stock. Let me, just for comparison's sake, let's bring out the Harsey again, and they are actually very comparable. But it is on the thicker on the thicker side. And what Metal Complex said is that S45VN, the properties of this steel actually really lends itself to a thicker blade stock geometry. And so I'm not a metallurgist. I am not a sharpening professional, so I don't know, but I'm just gonna trust that he knows what he's talking about, at least more than I do. So I know Hinderer has been coming out with the magnet cut. I've been seeing mixed reviews on it, just for the fact that it seems like he is heat treating it at a, he's hitting that what do you call it, the hardness on the lower end. But with the S45VN, I haven't heard really any negatives about the way Hinderer, he's treat this one. So I really prefer the S45VN over the Magna Cut, at least in the Hinderer knives. I prefer that even over the M390 or the 20CV, just because to me, S40, anything in the S30, S35, S45VN is, in my experience, has been very reliable. No surprises, in when I use it, when I sharpen it, it's just very user friendly. And so something like this, I want it to be as user friendly as possible. You know what I mean? Now going to this flipper, non-flipper, let me see how it feels in hand. Oh, that is money. That is absolute. I don't know why Hinderer doesn't make more non-flippers, man, because I feel like visually it looks better, and just in the hand it just feels so much better. I do recall when I used to have the flippers, the XM-18 flippers, like that flipper tab would just really be uncomfortable for that pointer finger, because it would kind of dig in. It kind of has that hook shape, and so it would just kind of dig in. So it's fairly, it's just, after holding it for a while, it makes, it kind of digs in. It's not very uncomfortable. But with this non-flipper, oh my God, this is money right here. This feels good in that traditional grip. And then if you just choke up in that forward finger choil, oh, this is so money. This is absolute money. I feel like this will really get me into, if I want to do the finer kind of detail cuts, and just feels really good in the hand. This one, if I just kind of want to just push through, right, just bear down, this feels really good too. That's why I really love the XM-18 platform, because I feel like it really lends itself to just the ergonomics and the shape of the hand. There's a lot of curves going on, and then just look how well the lines flow without that flipper tab. I feel like the XM-18 was designed to not have a flipper tab, even though I know that's not true, but just the way that it looks, just the way it feels in hand, it's just so money. So I don't know, I'm just a little perplexed as to why Rick Hinderer doesn't come out with more like non-flippers. Maybe it's like it's just more labor intensive. I don't know. But regardless, I'm so grateful to have this knife in my collection finally, in this exact configuration. This is just, to me, it's just so beautiful. This is like an epitome of like what a Hinderer knife is supposed to be. It feels like a tank in hand. It feels very comfortable. It's very versatile in just the way that you can hold it. I tend to do like a lot of pinch grips, so that those choils kind of really locks my hand in, even in that pinch grip. Visually, it's very striking. It's a beautiful knife to look at. That slicer grind is, to me, I think it's like the most versatile kind of the grind out there. But yeah, oh my God, first impressions is like 2 thumbs up, man. This knife is, oh my goodness, I've waited a very long time to finally get this non-flipper into my rotation, and I am just so grateful to the guy who sold it to me. I did get it on the secondary. I did miss out on the drop. I was so bummed about it. But as always, if you're patient and you're willing to wait, you will be able to get the knife that you're looking for, And so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and carry it and use it, and then I'll give you guys a full-on review later on. All right, thanks for watching. You guys have any questions or comments, drop down below. Feel free to like and subscribe as you wish. And with that being said, I am going to call it a night. You guys have a great day or great night. Bye now.